Don't be the person that's invisible. Be the person that changes your last name forever once again. Don't be the person that just went through life, passed away, and 2-3 generations later are forgotten. Today, I want to talk to your heart a little bit. I want to talk to your heart because life is short. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. You could potentially not be here in a week. You could potentially not be here in a year or 2, 5 years, 30 years. And obviously I would never want that. But the fact of the matter is that's true. And so if we do not decide while we are on this earth, the type of person that we want to be, we can go through this life and live a life that didn't really matter. And I don't know about you. I don't want to just exist in this world. I want to live. I don't want to just exist in this world. I want to thrive. I want to live a life that mattered. And what's crazy is when I look at society, I see so many people that, yeah, they may matter maybe a person or two, but they have so much more in them where they could have made such a bigger difference, but they chose not to because they were more focused on existing than thriving. And I want to challenge you to be the type of person that thrives, be the type of person that makes a forever lasting impact to the lives of other people. I want to challenge you to be the type of person that puts their last name on the back where you change your last name forever. And so I want to go over the 4 different types of people. And I want to encourage you and I want to challenge you, be brutally honest with yourself about who you are. Of these 4 people, which one are you? And then I want to encourage you to get clear on where you want to be. Because if we're not clear, on who we are and then clear on where we want to be, it's going to be very difficult for us to level up. You know, that's like me putting in my GPS a destination, but then not having a clear location. I got to be brutally honest with myself about the location that I'm currently at. And then I got to get clear on the destination and where I'm trying to go, or else my GPS is not going to be able to form a proper plan on how to go from where I am to where I want to be. So as I go through these 4 types of people, I want you to take it so seriously because this is your life. And you got to decide today what type of person that you want to be. But B, this is also your legacy, whether or not you have one or you do. And so let's go through the 4 different types of people. The first type of person is a victim. Don't we hate having that person around us? The victim in life, the one that's always blaming other people. It's always him or her or somebody. It's their circumstances. It's their childhood. It's this or that. I want to challenge you. Don't be a victim. Don't be the type of person that's constantly blaming other people for your shortcomings. Don't be the type of person that's constantly blaming people for where you're not at or the fact that you don't have something that you want to have. See, these type of people are toxic. They're just victims. They sit in this pot of negativity. And typically they're only welcomed by other people who are also victims. And if you're listening to this right now, you could be saying, hey, that's not me yet. That might be how you're operating. That might be the way you're perceived by other people. And so maybe you might need to go to somebody and say, hey, listen, am I a victim? Like if you think that you're more of a negative person, maybe go to someone and say, am I a victim? Do I operate and act like a victim? And if the answer to that question is yes, now it's don't take it personal. Let's fix it. Let's get you out of that way of thinking. Let's get you out of that process or that mindset because you were not designed to be a victim in this world. You were designed to be victorious. You were designed to make a difference in the lives of other people. You were put on this earth to leave it better than you found it. And if you are going through life blaming everyone for what you don't have or what you haven't accomplished versus taking ownership and responsibility and saying, you know what, if it's going to be, it's up to me. I am the main character in my life. Nobody's going to change my life for me. Only I can change my life. I'm at where I'm at because of the thoughts I think, the decisions I've made and the actions I've taken. I'm at where I'm at, not because of my mom, not because of my dad, not because of my childhood or my grandparents. I'm at where I'm at because of me. And if we can start to take ownership of where we are at, we will shift our life. But if we continue to go through life as a victim, blaming everyone else, then we are never going to accomplish anything that we want to accomplish because in order to accomplish great things, it requires responsibility. It requires you taking full ownership and it requires you looking yourself in the mirror and making the decision to improve and get better. But you can't do that if you're not brutally honest with where you're at. So that's the first type of person. The first type of person is a victim. Don't be that person. The second type of person is someone who's invisible. And obviously, as a believer, I don't believe any person was put on this earth to be invisible. But I think there are so many people that passed by, but never really made a difference. Never really chased their goals. They never really chased their dreams. They never really strived for more. They were just complacent. They were stagnant. They just existed versus lived, meaning they woke up every day. They went to their job. They went home. They woke up the next day, went to their job. They went home. They live a life where they existed, but they didn't really live. They didn't really live. They were invisible. They were invisible to those around them. They were invisible to the people at work because when they were at work, they didn't uplift everyone around them. They were invisible in their family. They were just that quiet person that sat in the corner. And I want you to know that you're not invisible, but you might be acting that way based off the way that you're showing up and or not showing up. based off the way that you're just kind of stagnant, going through life like a wandering generality with no intentionality, no purpose. I want to challenge you. Don't be the person that's invisible. Be the person that changes your last name forever once again. Be that person. Don't be the person that just went through life, passed away, and 2-3 generations later are forgotten. If you look at your family right now and you look at your great-great-grandparents, could you tell me what their first names are? And it's not because they were bad people. If you can, it's not because they're bad people. It's just because they lived a life that didn't last long enough. It's because they lived a life that didn't last longer than a generation or two. It's not that they may have been invisible. It's just they didn't leave a life that left a legacy. And that's what the third person does. The third type of person is a hero, meaning they changed their last name forever. They're the person that everyone looks up to. They're the person where you go into the living room and they're like, hey, that's our great-great-grandfather and that's our great-great-grandmother, and their pictures up over the fireplace. That's the family. That's the couple that changed our last name forever. They lived a life where they were a hero. They lived a life where they made a difference. They lived a life where their children looked up to them and said, you know what? I'm not going to put another man or another woman's name on my back and wear someone else's jersey because I'm proud to wear my own name. I'm proud to wear my own jersey. I'm proud to represent my own family. Why? Because I got a mom and I got a dad who are heroes. I got a mom and I got a dad who made a difference. I got a mom and I got a dad who cared about the life they lived. They didn't want to just exist. They weren't victims. They weren't invisible. They focused on becoming somebody that mattered, not only in their own life, but in the lives of other people. They changed our last name forever. And I want to challenge you to be that. And the fourth type of person is the person that truly never dies. This type of person never dies. And the reason they never die is because they live a legacy. And legacy is your ability to be effective on earth even after you've died. The fourth type of person is a servant leader. So we have our victims. We have people who are invisible. A victim blames everyone else. The invisible person nobody even knows existed. The hero, they're out there changing their last name. But this is where the servant leader comes in. And this is why a servant leader is going to be on this earth forever, even though they might physically not be. It's because of the difference that they made in the lives of other people. It's because of the way that they helped other people rise up. See, a hero, they might rise up and change their own last name, but a servant leader helps other people rise up and change other people's last names. It wasn't about them. It was about the difference that they made in the lives of other people. And I want to ask you, what type of person that you want to be? Life is short. Do you want to be the person that blames everyone else? Do you want to be the person that passes by that nobody remembers because you never made a difference? Do you want to be that hero that changes your last name? Or do you want to be the servant hero, the servant leader that helped other people change their last name? Because it was never about you, it was about the impact, which ultimately made it about you, even though you never wanted it to be. What type of person do you want to be? Life is too short. Make the decision today who you're going to be moving forward. And if you weren't the person you wanted to be before, erase that person. They don't exist. Step into the new version of you. You were created perfectly in his image. You were created with all this untapped potential. Tap into it. Go change your life. Go change the life of other people. And hopefully I'll see you on the journey of being a servant leader, because that's the goal that I have. I'm not saying I'm there yet, but my goal is to be a servant leader. It's why I'm doing what I'm doing here on this show. So with that being said, if you got something out of today, if you could do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about it. And if you have someone in your life, maybe they're a victim, send them this video. Maybe you have someone in your life that they're just kind of passing by. They're not really doing anything special. Send them this video. Maybe you have a hero that you know is capable of more. Send them this video. But if today's message made a difference in your life, do me a favor and tell somebody about it. Love you all. God bless you. I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Leaders Only Podcast.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.